Now, my family, Omid Scobie did a piece on Prince Harry's security request. And he said this: Harry and Meghan need security before it is too late. And I would like to share with you this piece by Omid Scobie. Now, my family, I have spoken about this for quite a long time. And what the cult that calls itself, the royal family, has done is put Harry and Meghan in danger by their constant actions of depriving Harry the right to pay for his own security to protect his wife and children. And my family, Prince Harry did not ask to be the son of the future King of England. Prince Harry did not ask to be the current grandson of the current reigning monarch. The grandson of the current reigning monarch. Prince Harry is the grandson of the current reigning monarch. He is the son of the future King of England. As a matter of fact, Prince Harry is also someone who served his country for more than a decade. Military duties in Afghanistan. Prince Harry has done that. Prince Harry founded the Invictus Games to help wounded veterans. Prince Harry did that. And this man, Harry, is fighting right now to keep his wife and children safe while in the UK due to the hate campaign waged by Rupert Murdoch and Rothmere-owned media, orchestrated by the firm, his own extended family. Now, my family, let me get right straight to the point with how Omid Scobie began his article. Omid said that royal staff and the British government need to make sure Harry and his family get the security they need before it is too late. He said this: "It took me a second for Jaswant Singh Chahal to be arrested after breaking onto the grounds of Windsor Castle last Christmas Day, masked and armed with a loaded crossbow. The 19-year-old had plans to break in and murder the Queen as she joined Prince Charles and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, for family celebrations. But despite his chilling determination, the man barely managed a few steps before being tackled to the ground. Last week, Chahal, who has since been sectioned under the Mental Health Act, was charged with treason, threats to kill, and possession of a dangerous weapon, and now faces the likelihood of a substantial prison sentence because of his actions. Though it is the first time the 1842 Treason Act has been used in over 4 decades, the last time being when a teenager was jailed for firing blank shots at the Queen during Trooping the Colour in 1981. It is one of many close calls for the royals over the years. All of them stopped in their tracks thanks to the elite training and world-class intelligence that helps royal protection officers always remain one step ahead. For members of the monarchy, including those who have chosen to step away, like Prince Harry, this high level of security is essential. Alongside the Prime Minister, royal family members and some of the most targeted individuals in the country. Given this fact, it's hard to then understand why Prince Harry is still locked in a lengthy High Court battle with the British Home Office over the safety protection privileges he lost in early 2020. The Duke says he has been forced to keep visits to his home turf few and far between, as his private security in the US don't have adequate jurisdiction in Britain, access to necessary intelligence, and the ability to arm themselves. My family, I once said this: the only reason they would deprive Prince Harry the right to even pay for his own security is because they wish him harm. My family, this begs the question: did the late Princess Diana truly reject royal protection officers? Did she? We know the Queen did not like the late Princess Diana. We know that for a fact. As a matter of fact, the then Prime Minister, after the late Princess Diana's death, had to even beg the Queen to please speak to the public. And the Queen only did it because she saw the public outrage at how they treated Diana, how the public all loved Diana, how the nation was in mourning after the late Princess Diana's death. And as I said before, if there is one thing the royals hate, is bad press. And that was the only time the tabloids turned on the entire monarchy. They must have only done that to save themselves, because even they know the part they played in the death of the late Princess Diana. The tabloids hounded, harassed. They were so happy and overjoyed that the late Princess Diana had been stripped of her titles. They were jumping up and down with so much joy, gloating happiness. They mocked Diana, saying, now Diana goes back home, alone, without her kids, Harry and William. They mocked her on their front pages. I saw that. I saw that in the articles, of the screenshots of the articles, the papers that they wrote. Back then, that was a long time ago. I saw that online. And my family, when I look at what has happened even right now, what they're doing, the royal family are playing a dangerous game. And they are playing a game with Harry and Meghan's lives. They mocked Diana. They said, hey, look, Diana was stripped of her HRH. She was stripped of her HRH. And she lost practically a lot. She lost a lot. But one thing I can say about this, my family, is the fact that the late Princess Diana, no one can say for certain anymore if it is true that Diana truly rejected royal protection. We can't say that for a fact anymore. We can't say that for a fact. And why? Because of the current situation with her son, Prince Harry, fighting to protect his wife and children like Prince Harry is doing and has been doing for quite a long time. In court right now, fighting for the safety of his wife and children. And my family, they mocked Diana because she lost her titles. Because, custody of the kids, they were mocking Diana for losing, Harry and William, because custody of those children belonged to the monarchy. They are the ones who dictated whether Harry would leave the country, whether William would leave the country. And the thing is, Diana couldn't do anything about that. She was allowed to see her kids. However, the monarchy was the one who are in charge of anything having to do with William and Harry, meaning Prince Charles and the farm. Now, composed of the Queen and the rest of them. Now, my family, I have this to say. The late Princess Diana lost her titles. Despite all of that, the media, the tabloid media, still never stopped harassing her. We have the same situation right now. The tabloids are calling upon Harry and Meghan to be stripped of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Practically, it's their name. It's their name. Meghan gets it by virtue of being married to Prince Harry. They'll be calling for Harry and Meghan to lose the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Practically the name. And the thing is, even if they do lose it, Meghan still gets called Prince and Princess Henry. That will be their name. And you can be sure about one thing. They will hate having to call Meghan a princess. And the thing that I wanted to say about this fact that despite Diana losing her titles, still, tabloids never stopped harassing her. And even if Meghan or Harry, because I'm seeing that the tabloid media is trying to say that, hey, look, we are still talking about Harry and Meghan because they are still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Even if Harry and Meghan were to lose that, even if, the tabloid media will still harass Harry and Meghan, just as they did to the late Princess Diana. That's what I wanted to say. My family, so let them not deceive you about, if Harry and Meghan, simply lose their titles, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, which is basically their names. Even if Harry and Meghan do lose that, still, tabloid media won't stop harassing, invading their privacy. They did the same thing to the late Princess Diana. And right now, as we speak, they're doing the same thing to Prince Harry and Meghan. My family, as they continue, no matter what they do, no matter how many plots they have waged against Harry and Meghan, one thing is for sure, they have never succeeded in breaking Harry and Meghan. And Harry and Meghan are thriving. And they will continue to thrive, my family. So Omid Scobie continues by saying this: Ravik, which includes senior ADs of the royal household and former government officials, don't appear to have a publicly visible and defined set of guidelines for this issue. If they did, then surely the sensitivities around Prince Andrew and his security arrangements would have come under immense scrutiny. Though stripped of all royal patronages and military affiliations, after the shame of his close friendship with a pedophile billionaire and paying out millions to rape accuser Virginia, Andrew's Scotland Yard protection remains an annual and unchallenged cost of around $500,000 to the British taxpayer, on the taxpayer's bill. My family, what this means is that the public is footing the bill for someone who paid millions to someone he said he never met. Virginia Giuffre. And my family, this is just so wrong. This is just very wrong what they're doing. I say this is exactly what the royal family chooses to protect. Because these are the values of the royal cult that calls itself a family. Values of pedophilia. Values of cash for honors, scandals like Prince Charles engages in. Values of receiving large stacks of money in bags like what Prince Charles has been doing for years now. Those are what we call their values. The royals are devoid and bankrupt of morals. The royal cult that calls itself a family are devoid and bankrupt of morals. And in the words of the late Princess Diana's, brother, Al Spencer, he said this, that Diana couldn't understand why every single good intention that she had was always being met with negativity, smears, insults, disbeliefs, or mistrust from the tabloid press. The only explanation was that those people on the opposite side of the moral spectrum were intimidated by her kind and good heart. My family, the royal family, is devoid of any morals whatsoever. And this is what they choose to protect. Someone being accused of sexual abuse by Virginia, Prince Andrew, that is what they choose to protect. And the taxpayer foots his bill. But yet a man who's openly willing to fund his own security, who simply said, I won't put up with you abusing my wife and children for sport, for your amusement, because you can't control your racism. He's the one that loses security. My family, they say life is not fair. But the thing is, with the royals, they're just devoid of any form of scruples or morals. That's just how it is. Omid says this: Harry's fears are not rooted in paranoia. While covering Harry and Meghan's time as working royals, I was made aware of the astonishingly high number of threats sent to the couple. The majority received from UK locations, and many of them rooted in racism towards the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan. My family, do you hear that? And that's a fact. We've seen Prince Harry being labeled a race traitor. Because, why? Because he fell in love with a mixed race black woman. We've seen Harry having to call in the lawyers because his daughter, Lilibet Diana, was being abused by tabloid media at just a few hours old over a baby name. You don't have a problem with the other royal children that have been named after the Queen, who are white. You only have a problem with the one child named after the Queen who has a black grandmother and a mixed race mom. That's what you have a problem with. It's just about racism. It's cruel, it's evil, it's vile. And that's racism, my family. I mean, how else can you possibly explain it? How else can you possibly explain that? Now, Omid continues by saying this. It's no different today. Sources tell me that during Harry and Meghan's family visit for the Platinum Jubilee, which they were given state security for as it was an official royal event, a number of credible threats were intercepted by authorities. I witnessed a lot myself too, thanks to a never-ending stream of false tabloid tales calling me the couple's close friend or spokesman. I regularly receive an extension of their online threats. The messages range from extreme racism, disturbingly violent scenes involving the likes of dismemberment, car accidents, and rape. They always get forwarded to the police. Do you see the atmosphere that the royals have created towards Harry and Meghan in the UK? Do you see why? Omid Scobie speaks about, being targeted by trolls, about the threats that he sees himself. Messages ranging from extreme racism to violent scenes involving the likes of dismemberment, car accidents, and even rape. My family, tabloid media, and the farm have waged a smear campaign against Harry and Meghan for years. Against Meghan especially. The racism, full of racist undertones and colonial undertones for years. And, Meghan told them, I know you don't care about me. Meghan knows 100%. They don't care about her. They don't care about Archie, who's mixed race. They don't care about them. Nor do they care about Lilibet Diana. But Meghan, despite all of that, she pleaded for Harry to keep his security. But the royals said no. And then when Harry and Meghan, after that 1 year review period was over, when they said they were not coming back, what happened? They were pissed off. One person said that, a kind of so-called expert said that at the beginning, they hoped that Prince Harry would come back alone, abandoning his wife and children. The level of cruelty that Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Diana have all been subjected to. And even Prince Harry himself, all because he protects his wife and children, is cruel, is vile, and is just evil. That's what it is. It's evil. But evil will never ever triumph. Hate will never triumph over love. Omid continues by saying this. Just a month before Ravik's conclusion, Young, who was served as Her Majesty's private secretary, we were told that Edward Young had, tensions with Prince Harry. He attempted to stop Harry and Meghan from meeting with the Queen when they made their decision to step back. And previously, Omid says that he wrote that he may have been one of the reasons why Harry spoke earlier this year about making sure the right people are around his grandmother. Many people speculated that he was one of the reasons why Harry spoke earlier this year about, making sure the right people are around his grandmother. And on August 4th, Prince Harry filed a second lawsuit, this time focused on the refusal to let him privately pay for police protection. Despite what you may have read in different papers, he has never actually asked for the public or the government to cover security costs. Ravek's lawyers argue that they were entitled to reach its decision, which currently sees Harry's security arrangements considered on a case-by-case basis. However, it seems cruel in the extreme to allow Prince Andrew round-the-clock police protection, but not the future king's son. But not the future king's son. But not the future king's son. Those are what I've been telling you. Those are my words. What I've been telling you for quite a long time now. It comes across as the establishment punishing Harry, yet again for breaking away from the farm and sharing his experiences publicly. But the safety of others should never be up for debate. While each side has its differences, and it's unlikely they will ever see eye to eye, there is only one acceptable solution to this fight: reinstate Harry's access to security at his own expense before it is too late, before the unthinkable happens. My family, Harry and Meghan face significant threats every single day. Just a few weeks ago, we also and heard Eamon Holmes, Prince Charles' own friend, Prince Charles and Camilla's friend, going on TV to hurl a death threat towards Charles' son. Prince Charles' friend Eamon Holmes. My family, never forget that. And then despite all of that, the farm, the establishment still does not allow Harry to have his own security, to pay for his own security, to pay for it. He is not asking for taxpayer to foot it. He is saying he wants to pay for it, and still they are denying him of that. Omid has said they're punishing Harry, and it's true, they are punishing Harry because he chose to break away from the farm, because he chose to protect his wife and children, because he married a mixed race woman and dared to defend his wife and children, because he dared to stand up against abuse directed towards his wife, his children, Archie and Lepetana. Because of that, and because he openly spoke about his experiences, because of what the farm does to people it calls much loved members of the royal family, the bullying, the racism, the insults, the mocking. My family, I don't know why they call themselves the royal family. I don't understand that. I don't get it. They're called the royal cult, not the royal family, because that's not how a family behaves towards its own family. And I have this to say, my family. Harry is a good man. He is a good man with a good heart. And what he's doing for his wife and children is admirable. Is admirable. And he is a hero. He's a hero, and the world sees it. And when people are writing about Harry's history, they will remember but one thing. Harry is a good man with a good heart, who loved and loves his wife and children so much that he took them away from a toxic institution called the monarchy and took them to a place whereby they can live in peace, a place whereby they can be happy. They've had the challenges, yes, but my family, as we've learned from Tyler Perry, Harry is happy. Harry is happy, and so are we as well. The wickedness of it all in how the royal cult that calls itself family have treated Prince Harry and Meghan. And to see also that Prince Charles provided security for Camilla's children, provided a trust fund for Camilla's children, but can't even protect his own son. His own son, my family, his own son. Come on, his own son. He can't do that for his own son. Charles is a failed father. He's a failed husband, and he will be a failed king as well. My family. He paid for Camilla's extra security guards. He paid for it. But yet he can't even protect his own son. At a time whereby Harry was vulnerable, Tyler Perry came to his aid. While Charles, what was he doing? Not taking Harry's phone calls. Not caring what would happen to Harry. Not caring one bit. When he's been accused of, this taking bags of cash of money from dubious people from the Bin Laden family, what does he do? He says, hey, look, I met Lilibet Diana for the first time and I was so emotional. That's what he leaks to his tabloids to deflect from his many, many allegations surrounding his dubious financial dealings. That's what he does. It's clear that Charles only sees Harry as his personal scapegoat and not as a son. No father would treat his son in the manner that Charles treats Prince Harry. Now, someone called Malaika Helena said this: for Prince Harry and his family's safety, this is common sense. However, your colleagues have been talking about wishing a compromise could be made. I don't even understand what that means, because there's no middle ground between proper security or no security. Harry needs security. He needs it, my family. And, anything can happen. Rave can say Harry has no right to have security. They can still say that after the court case. And the thing is, and if that decision is made, then my family, let them not begin complaining when they say Harry should come over to visit or see the Queen. Let them not complain when Harry does not show up, because it will happen. It will happen. Make no mistake about one thing. But despite all of that, I still hope and wish that Prince Harry gets his wish, and that is security for his wife and children, to protect his wife and children. That is my wish for them. Someone even asked this question. It really does beg the question, was it really Diana's choice to have a security pulled? Or was that another lie told by the firm to cover up their complicity in her death? What do you think about that question, my family? Someone said that family is pure evil. They keep the security for the nuns, a non-working royal, since a while. And disgrace while refusing Harry and Meghan security, even if it's on their own expense. It's pure evil, my family. It's evil. That's what I've been saying. It's evil what they've done to Harry and Meghan. But no matter what they've done, Harry and Meghan stand strong. They're blessed by God. And Harry and Meghan will love you. I will always support you, always and forever. That will never ever change. And thank you, Omid, for this article. Thank you so much for this article. The royal family has created this environment of Harry and Meghan being unsafe in the UK. They've created this. And they need to be the ones who take the initiative to protect and ensure Harry and Meghan's safety. My family, will that happen? I don't believe the royal family will do a thing to lift a finger to protect Harry and Meghan. I don't believe that one bit. My family, I'm just hoping that the courts or RAVEC change their minds and grant Harry the right to pay for his own security. I sincerely hope that. And no matter what they do, their evil schemings against Harry and Meghan are doomed to fail. Harry and Meghan are blessed by God, and long may they continue being blessed by God. My family, with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. The only reason you deny someone the right to even pay for his own security because you seek that person harm. And it's clear the establishment seeks harm to Prince Harry and Meghan. And no matter what they do, they will never succeed. And we have our eyes open. We have our eyes open. We are aware of their plots. And they will not succeed against Harry and Meghan. They will not succeed. The evil plots will not succeed against Harry and Meghan. And my family, let's continue praying for Harry and Meghan. Let's continue to wish them all the best. My family, let's do that. And with that and so much more, may God bless all of you. What do you think about Omid Scobie's article? I like it 100%. These are just facts. And what I've been saying to all of you. I want to hear your opinion. Stay tuned to our next video. Love your family always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.